Everyone knows that dogs are a man's best friend. They're smart, loyal, and there when we need them the most. But it's not only dogs that form bonds with people. The internet has many examples of animals befriending humans, and today I'm going to show them to you. Let's get it on! If you thought crocodiles were simply cold-blooded killing machines, you definitely haven't witnessed the relationship between these unlikely friends. After Cheeto Shedden, a Costa Rican fisherman, rescued Pocho off the Paris Mina riverbank and nursed him back to health, the two very quickly sparked a bond unlike any other. Along the years, they became inseparable, forming a special friendship that saw them spending hours every day swimming and playing together. No matter how long they would spend apart, the love Pocho shared with his master never seemed to go away. All languages have words that don't really make sense, but the phrase big cats really does seem truthful. Lions really can be big, cuddly cats when they care about someone. These two rescue lions were raised by this woman when they were little. Now that they're 10 times the size, they sure haven't forgotten what she did for them. They hadn't seen her in a couple of weeks when she arrived to say hello. Nobody could miss just how happy they are to see her again. For many of us, donkeys are just seen as being stubborn, rebellious creatures. But as it turns out, donkeys can actually love people as much as any other domesticated animal. Just look at how happy this one is when the girl who raised him comes to visit. Donkeys may not have arms to hug with, but they have their own special way of showing they love you. Let's just hope that comes with a breath mint. As Dom Toretto would say, family is always the most important thing, and this little chimp wholeheartedly agrees. This little guy was born with pneumonia and rejected by his mother. He doesn't live with this couple, but they stepped in when he was a tiny baby to help save his life. They come to visit every few months, and every single time, this is the welcome they get. Humans spend so much time trying to behave the right way that we can sometimes forget to express how we're actually feeling. Luckily, animals don't do that. If they don't like you, you'll know. And if they love you, they'll definitely make it clear. In fact, you couldn't miss it, especially if it's a lion telling you she missed you. You'll get cuddled more than you've ever been cuddled before, and there's no way to get out of it. If your cat asks for something, you better stop what you're doing and give it to them, or you'll be in trouble. After being separated for a couple of months, this cat wanted nothing more than to give its owner a multitude of hugs, licks, and kisses, and way more bunting than I've ever seen in my life. It also doesn't miss the opportunity to nibble at his arms a little. I guess cat love hurts. There's always a huge celebration when a soldier comes back home, and animals are often more than happy to join in. This German Shepherd was just a puppy when her owner was deployed. A year later, she didn't quite recognize her owner when she walked through the door, but after a few sniffs, she realized who it was, and she'd never been more excited. It was hugs and kisses all around, and she even went and got her favorite toy to show her long-lost friend. Sometimes your very best friends are the ones you never get to see, and this monkey became firm friends with this man when he started bringing it treats. But he's not the monkey's owner, and he hadn't been able to visit his primate friend for over a year. The monkey definitely didn't forget him though.
But he knows, she knows that this is him.
Even the movies don't feature reunions that are as emotional as this one. You've got to wonder how that man will ever have the heart to say goodbye again. Everyone needs a good cuddle every now and then. Damien Aspinall rehabilitates gorillas and sets them free in the wild when they're ready. He raised this gorilla when it was a baby and then set it free in a reserve in Africa where it could roam free. He hadn't been to visit it since, but when he finally did, the gorilla couldn't have been happier.
Oh my God! Wow!
By the end of the visit, he had no choice but to sit there and receive a great big gorilla hug. Usually the last thing anyone would want to do is walk toward a pride of lions. But this isn't just anyone. This man raised these lions and he trusts them more than anything else. There's no doubt this is an unlikely friendship, but just look at how cuddly those lions are with him. They're so happy to see him after being apart. Sure, they can be dangerous predators by nature, but it seems they can also be cuddly and gentle when they feel like it. We all know the joy of seeing old friends after many years. Watching these friends meet up, you have to wonder who's happier to see who. The chimp makes sure to hug them both equally, and noticeably, he can't seem to contain his excitement either. But it's hard to miss the humans also smiling from ear to ear. That's what I call true friendship. Vacations are great. You can get away, see new places, and meet new people. Unfortunately, most pets would disagree with that. Dog owners will know how excited their pets are to see them return, but did you know rabbits are just as happy when their owner steps through the door? It's difficult to tell because rabbits don't show emotions in their faces, but it's pretty obvious that this bunny is seriously happy that its human is finally home. There's nothing cuter than some bunny love. We can all get a little bit jealous sometimes. This swan waits all day to see its owner for a few minutes, and when he finally arrives, it couldn't be more happy to greet its master. But of course, the owner's dog insists on coming along too. Even though he tries his best to share his attention between both animals, the swan's pretty determined to have him all to himself, and luckily, it gets its way in the end. We all know the phrase elephants never forget, but it turns out bears might not either. This man looked after this bear when she was a tiny orphaned baby. Eventually, however, they were separated for a couple of years. Luckily, someone thought to take a camera out to capture their reunion, and it's one of the cutest things you'll ever see. Both her and her human carer seem so happy to be together again. There are certain things that most people will just never have a reason to think about. For example, have you ever wondered how a camel shows affection to someone? This camel clearly loves its human friend a lot. They don't have arms for hugging like we do, but a long, bendy neck will do just as well, even if it does require a friend who's strong enough to hold it up. Only a couple of people will ever be able to share a bond with an apex predator, but anyone could experience the true love of a dog. You'd think dogs would forget someone like a soldier who's away from home for long stretches of time, but that clearly doesn't seem to be the case. This dog couldn't contain itself at the airport when its owner arrived back. He missed her so much that he's literally jumping for joy. We all know that bravery is often rewarded, but it's not so easy to be as brave as this woman. Normally, people would do anything to stay as far away from sharks as possible, but she was courageous enough to go up to them, and with good reason. She was saving them by removing fish hooks that had gotten stuck in their flesh. The sharks didn't forget, and now she can go up to them and say hello whenever she wants. They're as gentle with her as she was with them. Have you ever been so excited to see someone that you couldn't stay on your own 2 feet? No? Well, this lion has. He was led into this enclosure to see his human friend when this happened. That's not something you see a lion do very often. Even after he'd had a big cuddle with his human, he still had to dance around the area for a bit. He's just a big softie, really. We all know that it's hard to make friends unless you're nice to people, but it turns out you can befriend almost any creature that way, no matter how big or small. This guy's calling out for his elephant friends, and they're definitely listening. In moments, he has a whole herd of them surrounding him, all pleased as punch to say hello. Strolling around with some happy elephants seems like a pretty good way to spend an afternoon. People often drift apart, but humans and animals are almost never separated by choice. This dog had a special bond with the boy who owns him, but sadly, one day the dog went missing. It was gone for nearly 2 weeks until the boy's parents found it. There's nothing like the bond between a boy and his dog.